Welcome to another one of my trip reports. Today I will be flying with Ethiopian Airlines on a 5th Freedom of Aviation flight. Today's trip report begins at Dora Observatory in South Korea. I decided to start today's trip report here at the observatory as it gives folks a very rare chance of seeing North Korea, to which on this tour I actually stepped foot inside the country for about 20 seconds. Due to South Korean law, I wasn't permitted to film inside the DMZ, which is the 4-kilometer exclusion zone of land between North and South Korea. There are very rare times when I was allowed to film, specifically at this observatory. Other than the few videos that you've currently seen, nothing was filmed. Once the tour was over, I was dropped off in the center of Seoul. Just like in most cities across the planet, Seoul has an underground metro system that spans the majority of the city. The Seoul metro system is, in my opinion, one of the best in the world, second only to Tokyo. My only criticism to Seoul's metro is that Seoul Station is incredibly confusing. It's extremely easy to get lost. It took me nearly 15 minutes to find the airport line platform, and I was incredibly lucky to find the platform as the train arrived around 30 seconds after I had stepped foot on the platform. This afternoon I will be flying to Tokyo Narita Airport on board Ethiopian Airlines, who operate out of Terminal 1 here in Incheon. Travelling by train in Seoul, tourists can buy a Travel Korea card, which acts like an Opal card for Sydney or a Mikey card in Melbourne. However, if you have less than 30,000 Korean won on the card, you can get a full refund at a local convenience store. Once arriving at the airport, I located a departures board, which assisted me in finding the check-in counters for Ethiopian. After obtaining my refund and converting some of my money back into AUD, I proceeded to the terminal, which can be accessed by using the underground tunnels. Once arriving at the terminal, it isn't hard to find the check-in counters, which are located on the ground floor. Ethiopian Airlines is located at the Gulf check-in desks, which is on the left-hand side of the building, and for some reason, check-in was fairly quiet. To my knowledge, not many people would be joining this flight from Seoul. Most started at Addis Ababa. 안녕하세요. After check-in, I proceeded to security and immigration, which was extremely clean and well maintained, very similar to Melbourne Airport's Terminal 4. After clearing security and immigration is the usual duty-free shopping and food outlets. At the start of 2023, I decided to join Priority Pass, and here in Terminal 1, Priority Pass members have access to a plethora of lounges to choose from. I decided to choose the Asiana Business Class Lounge. To find the lounge, turn right after security and head to the transfer desk and up the escalators to the lounge. To enter the lounge, there are several eligibility requirements. You can access this lounge if you hold a business class ticket with Asiana or Star Alliance members, Asiana Club Diamond Plus, Star Alliance Gold or higher, economy class Smartium passengers flying on long-haul A350 flights, and of course Priority Pass. However, you must be flying with a Star Alliance member. Inside the lounge is fairly large, including a wide variety of seating options, including a formal dining area, lounges, window views, and rest areas. There is also a bar and buffet-style food. The menu today includes instant noodles, tea and coffee stations, juice, milk, water and soft drinks, chicken karage, stir-fried seafood with oyster sauce, grilled vegetables, pesto pasta, crab meat soup, ginseng and rice pudding, different sauces and breads, a selection of sandwiches, and a DIY salad kit. To start, I decided to try the crab meat soup and a glass of apple juice, which, despite its looks, was really flavorful and smooth. You could really taste the sweetness in the crab. Whilst eating my soup, my aircraft for today arrived from Addis Ababa and pulled into the outer gates. I then decided to try the chicken karage, pesto pasta, grilled potatoes and a glass of Sunkist. The pasta was really delicious, however it wasn't as nice as the chicken, to which it was cooked to perfection. The chicken itself had a honey glaze on the outside and paired very nicely with the saltiness of the chicken. Whilst having another look around the lounge, I discovered a bar. At the bar is a different supply of beers, wines and spirits, including my favourite, vodka. I decided to make a sort of cocktail, which was orange juice and vodka. I paired this cocktail with a couple of sandwiches. Also in the lounge are bathrooms and showers, which towels can be found in this cupboard. However, the showers can only be accessed by the front desk. Unfortunately, my time in this beautiful lounge had come to an end, as boarding for my flight was about to commence. You're probably wondering why I'm flying on Ethiopian Airlines, rather than an Asian carrier, such as Korean Air or JAL. Firstly, it's different. Secondly, I've been wanting to try this airline for a very long time, since I discovered it 7 years ago in Hong Kong, and well, this was my chance. You might also be wondering why this flight exists. Well, this flight, as I said, doesn't originate in Seoul, but rather Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. This automatically labels this flight as a 5th Freedom of Aviation flight. In short, this means an airline from country A can fly between countries B and C. It's a very interesting concept, one of which I'm eager to explore in the future. Hint hint, wink wink. Next level. Once arriving at my gate, I got a proper glimpse of my aircraft that'll be taking me to Tokyo, which is an 8-year-old Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, registered as Echo Tango Alpha Sierra Hotel, delivered brand new to Ethiopian Airlines in 2015. The aircraft is powered by 2 extremely efficient Gen X 1B engines. Soon, the boarding call was announced, and I joined the economy class lane. Ethiopian Airlines 787-8 Dreamliners are in a 2-class configuration, with 24 angle-flat business class seats in a 222 configuration and 246 economy class seats in a 333 configuration. Upon boarding, I was instructed to change seats and sit at the emergency exit row to replace a customer who couldn't sit there, which was 28 Lima. The economy class seat has 33 inches of pitch and 17 inches of width. There is a standard tray table for the exit row that folds out of the center console in half and extends. In the seat pocket is a plethora of material, including 3 safety cards, 3 emergency exit row cards, 6 magazines, and 3 air sickness bags. Above are individual reading lights, air vents, and flight attendant call button. There is an entertainment screen that folds out from the center console, but we'll get to that later. Below this is a universal power outlet. At every seat is a rather mediocre pillow and warm blanket. Next level. Once boarding was complete, the cabin crew began walking down the cabin spraying a non-harmful insecticide to prevent the spread of known viruses such as malaria, Zika, or yellow fever. Soon we began our pushback 7 minutes early.
I would like to explore the runway front option on my distance runner passengers. The flight time.
We taxied to runway 16 via Romeo 2, Romeo 8, Mike, Mike 19, and November 8. Now please enjoy this simulated takeoff footage. After takeoff, we turned left, setting course for Japan. Flight time today is 1 hour and 57 minutes, covering a distance of 924 miles or 1,487 kilometers, cruising at 41,000 feet. During our climb, we flew directly over Seoul, and down below was the Suwon airbase. On board Ethiopian Airlines 787s is complimentary Wi-Fi. However, unless you're in Cloud 9, which is what Ethiopian Airlines likes to call their business class, it isn't free, which I didn't really bother as I had all the entertainment I needed. As we continued the long climb to flight level 410, we flew by the Gyeonggi-do province. At every economy class seat is a personal entertainment screen. There are a vast selection of films, television shows, documentaries, short topic presentations, and a detailed in-flight map provided. There is also a different selection of pre-recorded music, which includes music from Ethiopia, classic rock, instrumentals, jazz, and a selection for children. To the right of the screen is a single USB port. Soon the crew began the in-flight service. Today we had 2 choices, chicken or fish. For the first time ever, I decided to have the fish.
I can take grease and chomp it on some butter and drag them through the garden.
Alongside with the fish were saltine crackers, a simple salad with Thousand Island dressing, bread, butter and cheese, kimchi, a a chocolate mousse, and a selection of drinks. The fish came with mashed potatoes, zucchini and cabbage. The fish was bassa fillet and was very flavorful. I opted for a cup of Fanta. The salad, despite being very simple, was actually really tasty and was very light. The mousse was very rich, and to be honest, it isn't really for everyone, but I very much enjoyed it. As we crossed over the disputed East Sea, in the distance was Tottori in central northern Japan. On board Ethiopian 787s are 7 bathrooms, 1 for business and 6 for economy. Inside is everything you'd expect to find, including hand soap. Soon after that, we passed by Kanzawa in the Ishikawa prefecture. Soon we commenced our descent into Tokyo. Just like at takeoff, my GoPro footage was corrupted, so instead I've replaced the footage with simulated footage. As we approached Tokyo, the light in the sky quickly faded the further to the ground we descended. Now please enjoy the simulated landing footage. After landing, we taxied back to Terminal 1 via Bravo 7, Bravo, Echo 2, Echo 3, Bravo again, Charlie, Whiskey and Whiskey 8. We pulled into Gate 33 5 minutes ahead of schedule. As I stepped out of the aircraft and into the terminal, I was given a very long time to reflect. Personally, I would say that this is one of the most unique ways to travel in Asia. Flying on board an African carrier outside of Africa was enlightening. Seeing the unique colour scheme on board accompanied by the lone flight attendant wearing a traditional Habesha dress was certainly one of the most eye-catching parts of the flight. Other than her greeting at the door, the crew on board was lacking the enjoyment, I guess you could say. The customer service on board was fairly poor, as most crew members looked very annoyed and weren't super keen on their job. I kept to myself on board as I didn't really want to cause any hassle on board. I did get quite a lot of looks by people as I stepped on board, which was kinda new to me. Despite this, everything else was amazing. The lounge back in Seoul, the food on board, the seat, and the flight itself were all very pleasant. The business class lounge in Seoul is probably one of the best that I've ever been, outside of Australia. It was very clean, professional and well maintained. I was constantly asked by the staff if they would like to clear my table, almost to the point of it being annoying. Overall, this flight with Ethiopian Airlines was enlightening and very pleasant. One I'd be keen on trying again, if I were to ever fly to Ethiopia, or on another 5th Freedom Aviation flight. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to check out my other videos, and don't forget to push that notification bell, if you enjoy my content that is. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!